Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are back once again for more DC animated. We're sticking with Superman because it is his summer. We're going to watch Superman Unbound.
Whoa. Just breaking through.
Is this a sequel to the Wachowskis' indie darling?
I hope it is. I hope we get a Jennifer Tilly and a Gina Gershon cameo in this film.
And, in addition to the pair, a Joey Pants.
A Joey Pants who's back out here. That Last of Us appearance was some of his finest work.
It was really good work. Superman's pal, Jimmy Pants. Joey Pants. I really wonder
Jimmy Olsen, Joey Pants, get it right.
Jimmy Pants actually works.
It does.
Jimmy Pants. Shutterbug, Jimmy Pants. We're going to be diving into this. Thanks to you guys. I said at the top of the last one, but you guys were tireless in your wanting these back, so we want to thank you for that. If you want to watch this in its entirety, head on over to Patreon. You can sync up with your own copy and watch it beginning to end with us. Unbound ourselves. We are an uncut duo over on Patreon, as are John and Greg, who watch exclusive things just for those super sexy rejects over at Patreon. I'd like to thank the fine folks at Prepper as well, but they know it.
They know it already.
Know it.
I'd also like to thank Amazon Prime for making this stream possible. If you don't have your own copy, you can grab one over there, rent or buy it, sync up along with us.
I'm excited. You ready to go?
I am always ready, Coy. Roll the thing.
Let's get Unbound in 3, 2.
Oh, Matt Bomer.
Oh, he'd be such a good Superman in live action and animated. Is this a Brainiac movie? I love me a Brainiac.
Let's go. I could do with some further Brainiac exposure.
I think he is the most topical villain of our times next to Lex Luthor.
Oof, my God. That was a...
Molly Quinn got a great title card.
Yeah.
Molly's the best. Much love to Molly Quinn.
Superman Unbound. The D is silent. Ugh. Bob Goodman, is that a comic book guy?
You know, I was trying to track it. I'm not sure. It's one of those names that sounds familiar. Now, Jeff Johns and Gary Frank are two of my faves. Jeff Johns has done a lot of the new 52 stuff, and he's an incredible writer. He's doing some great stuff with Image right now, Ghost and Machine imprint. Gary Frank with him on Geiger. Oh my God, one of the best new comics in years.
I was just perusing a Geiger.
Were you?
Yeah,
I've been raving about Geiger
at the bookstore.
Dude, that's this duo of the original comic.
Okay. Driving? We're not driving.
A second one in a row. Frankly, I'm confused. Oh,
not
there we go. There we go.
Right,
we got Transpo in the city.
Yeah, we're close enough. Also, title of the comic, Brainiac confirmed. Superman Brainiac said it was.
Which is a great book.
Oh! Those masks look like Bane masks. Oh, man.
That woman's in purple. I'm worried it's Lois.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Who's this silver fox out here trying to save the day?
Uh-oh.
Fall back! Fall back!
Oh, my. Oh, no.
Interesting they waited.
Oof. Yeah, they're criminals with a code.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'd hate to miss the view.
We got a Lois Lane.
Lois with a bob. How many haircuts does Lois get over time?
Very many.
And what is the best and worst of them?
She's a woman of the times. Say some of the 80s comics might have been the worst, pulling off 70s looks.
The cops didn't seem to like you that much, Miss Lane.
Occupational hazard.
You and me both.
Are we bonding?
So which are you guys angling for? Life in prison or blaze of glory?
You should watch your mouth, lady. You're not proving to be much use to us.
Uh-oh.
No offense, it just takes pretty huge stones to get this noisy in Metropolis.
Huge stones.
7.2 in Belize this morning. Superman's busy, we scramble.
You do know he flies fast, right?
We'll take our chances.
This guy sounds like a guy.
Sounds a little like Frank Grillo.
A little bit, yeah. Oh,
I mean, that is a lot of destruction from Metropolis. That's a fair point.
Oh,
but
we got
Supergirl.
Okay. Is that Kara Zor-El?
It is.
All right.
Well, Superman's away. Supergirl will play.
Yeah, I know stuff.
Yeah, Kara Zor-El.
Whoa!
The cousin.
Whoa. Fun detail.
Ooh.
What the?
What
Plus,
the?
there's the other one. Superman's cousin. Didn't you hear?
No, I didn't hear.
You really should read my column.
I love that one shot of
Good
her in
plug.
the background out
Just
the
swinging through
window,
yeah.
swinging the helicopter out the door.
You don't know many teenage girls, do you?
Ah, interesting. I was wondering which Supergirl era they do.
Rebellious, angry at the world, doesn't know her own strength.
You might say she's tenacious.
Oh.
You're in deep trouble.
Cool. Nice. Whoa. Cool
Cool
perspective.
angle and action choice, yeah. She's got like the Michael Turner outfit on.
Well, and it seems like they're conscientious in when to use the CG here. Like the helicopter stuff blends pretty well. Whoa. Whoa. Hey.
The skirt's the bad cop?
She's just visiting.
The skirt.
Metropolis is my turf.
Whoa. Superman has a very differently shaped head in this one.
You all right, Miss Lane?
I am now Superman.
Seatbelt?
Fasten your seatbelt, please.
Let me explain how this is gonna go.
Whoa, good. Awesome. That was really fun.
Anyone else care to educate me?
Sir, no, sir.
Great opening scene.
Oh, nice.
Kara, what the hell were you trying to prove out there?
I was stopping bad guys.
Stop them, not scramble them.
Don't lecture me, Cal. I'm still older than you.
You may have left Krypton that way, but you're not anymore. The wormhole got me here faster.
Great exposition.
The wormhole.
You've spent your whole life on this planet. Do you even remember Krypton?
Only a little.
Well, for me, it was only several months ago.
Very early in their relationship.
I didn't have powers. Nobody did. And when bad things happened, we were helpless.
Damn. What a turnaround.
Kara, I can't know unless you tell me.
That was super heart to heart.
Ask regular people down there how they feel when guys like that terrorize them. I have powers now,
Yeah. Never go be afraid again.
and I'm going to use them.
Does she have her own Fortress of Solitude?
So it's interesting how when she lands, like there's more backstory. So they do have her have like a thing, but it's not as elaborately done. She's never gotten as many stories, as many arcs, but she does have like an operation base.
Lost contact with communications satellite VN59er. GODSS, can you get a visual?
But not a full fortress.
Fortress Light.
It's a matter of calibration. She's a good kid.
Teenagers.
So what's your excuse? You volunteered to be their hostage?
Ah, that's cool.
You have to stop doing things like that.
No, what I have to do is get the story.
Other reporters do their jobs without needing me to save them every time.
Other reporters don't have the access I do.
To the stories or to me?
Yes.
Both.
It's wearing his Lois Lane tie.
Must be awful being you. Most powerful man in the world, and you still can't control the women in your life.
Get them under control, Superman.
Kent! You're not Kent. Think he'll mind if I use his DVD player? I busted mine.
Who's voicing Lombard? It's great.
I got a little theory about Kent, the way he's so secretive about his personal life.
Sounds like Dietrich Bader.
It does.
Ask him if he's got a girlfriend, you never get a straight answer. How he's not really a sports guy, but he's in that great shape.
Yes, speak for yourself.
I'm just saying. So what's your story?
This is who I want to grow up to be.
To be Lombard, Jack Bennett's playing him in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We know you're not with Kent.
I thought you were asking about Clark because you were.
Aw.
Listen, baby, anytime you need proof what makes me stand and salute, you just let me.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I've been meaning to get that
Oh,
fixed.
it's great.
Lois Perry wants to see us.
Oh, my God.
Wait, you're mad at me?
You're something else.
Scans her for emotion.
You don't want anyone knowing that we're together, but at the same time, you don't let another guy even talk to me? It's like I'm going out with my own stalker.
As it should be.
You need to ease up a little.
I thought you liked it when I come to your rescue. It sure seems like it the way you take unnecessary risks.
When I'm falling out of a plane, rescue me. Getting ogled by the office pig, I can handle. I don't need protecting.
It's a great dynamic right at the top.
Some kind of thing falling over Arizona.
Wait, go.
Jimmy Pants.
Yeah, Jimmy Pants is here.
Reports of an unidentified object currently projected to impact somewhere in the suburbs north of Phoenix.
Oh.
Air
I gotta
Force
go.
has screened our jets to see
We'll
if
talk
we can
later.
intercept the object.
Go. And you go kick Lombard's ass.
Yeah.
Whoa, I love the, like, just the art quality of, like, the environments in the city. Like, it reminds me of the old animated shows a little bit.
Yeah, they really took more time and effort and money on this.
Yeah.
They're not overusing CGI like you said at the top. It feels very lived in.
Yeah.
Also like the details of like him running to jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, look at this. Like, there's a whole contingency now of...
The sonic boom.
Yeah.
All the POVs are great too. Like the cinematography is fantastic.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Terminator.
I want Brainiac in live action so bad. I'm not counting the shows.
It's the Borg. I was gonna say, like, there's so many like Instagram accounts and Tumblrs where it's just like animated backgrounds with the characters removed, and you could do that with this movie. Like,
Yeah.
you can make so many of these your wallpaper. Oh, and the camera movement.
Yeah, it feels directed. It's really specific. Woo! Woo! Ha! Cool.
Whoa.
I actually felt that.
Ooh, is it made of lead? Can Superman be hurt with lead, or is it just that he can't see through it?
Just can't see through it. It's not like, I mean, I guess a big enough blunt object.
E.T.
That was a great.
Damn. If you ever wanted to see Superman punch a dude's heart out.
There it is.
Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at these beautiful
Look at these
pigs.
beautiful pigs at sunset. Majestic.
Still can't believe you eat these.
Trust me, honey. In Kansas, bacon is one of the major food groups. Maybe I'll fry you up some in the morning.
After I kill one with my bare hands.
Okay, if I lose these, no one's around for miles.
It's cool, Mary Jane. No one will recognize you in the DC universe.
I know Cal means well, but this is just not me.
I got a feeling you're not going to be around Smallville long enough to need a secret identity. Pa and I can never substitute for your parents. We know that.
Oh, that's sweet.
We can be your grandparents.
Just know that you're special to us, and you'll always have a home here whenever you need it.
Thanks.
Ma Ken's voice sounds very familiar, too.
Yeah, everybody's close to, I almost know all of them.
Into a robot and attacked the Man of Steel.
Good Lord, what are you supposed... Kara?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's on the scent.
Cal!
Cal Chuchesta.
Over here.
Whoa.
Kara, it's just a robot.
Oh, famous last words.
Hey, are you okay? Where's that indestructible kid I was arguing with a couple of hours ago?
Ooh, it's a good name for a hero. Or a villain.
You've seen these before.
A lot of them.
On Krypton?
Lots.
In Kandor, the capital, the day it disappeared.
A whole city disappeared.
Taken.
The city. It was taken.
It calls itself Brainiac. We were in Kandor, visiting friends when those things attacked.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Brainiac stories. This is going to be a...
Oh, he's one of my favorites, man. I'm so excited.
I got the foreboding feeling.
Ominous tones.
Yeah. Whoa. Don't kill all the zombie movie lobby boys. Dreads.
Our army threw everything we had at them, but they were unstoppable.
Whoa, cool. I like this Krypton.
They killed people randomly at first. Then, as they downloaded our knowledge and learned about us,
Whoa!
they figured out who to keep and who to kill, who they found redundant.
Redundant, eh?
Our friends tried to help us escape. We got separated in the chaos.
Wow.
Full-on Terminator Skynet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like an old sci-fi paperback or something like that. Whoa!
There he is.
We never saw the being inside the ship. I don't think there's anyone alive outside that ship that has.
Zardoz.
Yeah, the old pulpiness of Superman, like a giant skull ship and all of this. Like,
This is so fun.
Yeah.
This is a blast.
this is what I'm really hoping DC Studios builds too.
Oh no.
Now they are Kandor.
You've got to get us out of here or else we can't get out.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Ah! Show me what you got.
My parents sent me to Earth. He was called Brainiac. They learned from his technology, planned to find him, fight him, get back the people of Kandor.
He's such a good villain.
Yeah.
If that thing's here, it's all going to happen again.
No, I'll make sure it doesn't.
Can't take Metropolis.
These probes must be how he searches for planets. And if this one didn't contact him, someday one will. Isolate this robot's comm signal, scan for others like it, and find Brainiac first.
And cross-reference with the Silver Surfer.
What if he shows up while you're gone? What if you never come back?
You'll have to keep things safe here until I come back.
Yeah.
What makes you think I'm ready to do that?
You'll have to be.
Coming of age, rising to the occasion.
I want a normal life, Clark. Get a place together, make couple friends someday, maybe, get married, have kids, I don't know. You can't keep the world safe for me all the time, not if it's gonna keep us both from having a life.
Damn. Bars.
Lois, I have to go away for a while. Can we deal with this when I get back?
When's that gonna be?
Always finding an excuse to leave when things get scary. Of course, you're the only one who literally disappears off the face of the earth.
Oh. Lay her fears to rest, Clark. What does Clark Kent post on the internet?
Farm memes.
Yep.
Just wholesome, like cat, dog, and then farm memes.
He's got his promo codes for Warby Parker.
Yeah.
And I buy direct.
Lots of family photo comments.
Although we've still found no visual record of the creature Brainiac, we have determined that he is from a planet called Kolu.
Kolu.
His method is to explore the galaxy, upload knowledge into his own neural core from the worlds he encounters, and then destroy those worlds.
Whoa.
Whether Brainiac has kept the people of Kandor alive remains a mystery, as does why he didn't destroy Krypton.
There's too much knowledge.
Frequency match identified. Star system ahead.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Brutal.
Yeah, this is like if Terminator had aliens.
I like that it's not like a primitive race. Like, we're seeing the scale of their power.
Yeah. These guys look kind of like Martian's Manhunter.
I think that's why they made him blue.
Are we on Mars?
Ooh.
Whoa, that was a big hole. Oh! Crunch. What? He Mortal Kombated him.
Spined him. Another good Superman movie for people like him this way.
Yeah. Ooh. Come out. Come out.
Bowling for Brainiacs.
Yeah. Oh, I would love it if she
Where's Brainiac? How does this work?
throw him into a bank of them, do the bowling pins knockdown effect, sound effect. Whoa!
Awesome.
Cool.
And then slice and dice him in the air.
Zardoz. Whoa. Dang. Dude. Lobotomize him, soups.
Right through the noggin.
Go up his nose.
That's the trick. Oh, not another Kandor.
Whoa. Whoa.
Escalation.
Whoa. Spooky. Wow.
That's wow.
That's pretty insane. Just the concept of that is wild.
They did such good power scaling there. Like just showing how impossibly mighty Brainiac is.
And I love that like hazy fade past as Superman's floating in front of the eyes.
Yeah. Disorienting
Like
even to
the
that.
frames dissolving one to the next. Ooh. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. What are we? Hey! Let's go, Kara.
Yeah, Supergirl, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
These people were leaving.
Dang.
I'm new here. Maybe this will get the message across.
Let's go. Guns do give people a lot of confidence, I
Yep.
guess.
When a girl comes flying, you wouldn't think you'd attack more. And then punch a beam.
Acquired this video from last night of Supergirl taking on human traffickers in North Korea.
Everywhere but here.
Aww.
Cataloging planet LaRue. 3 sentient species identified.
Matrix inspo.
Specimen analysis underway. Stand by.
Whoa. Yes. Woo. A nice little tilt. Zip, 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 zip. Oh, bonking him. Hey, it looks like the Doctor Strange.
The Eye of Agamotto here?
Analysis complete. Storing specimens.
Not into the goo. Not into the battery
Not
goo.
using their heat as pure energy.
Whoa, let's go.
Cool.
I want Super Wolfman. Oh, have they done a Superman werewolf comic?
He has not been a werewolf like Captain America.
Ah!
I know. It's more of a sun-based guy than a moon-based guy.
I know. It'd be an interesting dichotomy, Coy. You love a dichotomy.
I do love a dichotomy. I love duality.
It would be duplicitous.
I love all of that. Someone in the comments right now was like, well, in this issue.
Whoa. This is crazy. Whoa, that was so cool. Oh, my God.
You should read this. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank.
I was going to say, I'm going to go seek it out. Wow. Wow.
Kara was right.
So wait, you're like a
Oh,
giant. Whoa,
there he
look
is.
at that little solar system. Damn.
Oh, that looks just like the art. Oh, that's so perfect.
Damn.
Are they going to do the side-by-side of him being, yeah, I think they're going to.
So, you must be Brainiac.
There it is.
Identified.
Try asking nice.
Kryptonian.
I'm not big on people skills, are you?
I know, and you know so many people. It's crazy. Think of all that knowledge. You would have picked up some people
kindness.
skills.
Woo!
Whoa.
You should not exist outside my control.
Sorry to disappoint.
Hey. Happy to. Gotta get him before he detaches the brain tubes.
You exist because I allowed you to be.
Wow.
Who made you God?
You ask me such questions.
I guess it would be the sun that made you God on Earth.
I am the knowledge and strength of 10,000 worlds. I am becoming everything. Your arrival is no more than a rare opportunity for entertainment.
Whoa.
You shall be integrated into Krypton Specimen City.
Ooh. Specimen City.
You've been living on another planet with intelligent life. Earth.
Earth.
The Kryptonian rocket I found adrift. Yours. Its guidance system contains Earth's location.
Oh.
Oh no.
No acquisition planet entered in database.
No. And trying to prevent it, you brought him right to us.
You have brought me another gift, Kryptonian. Perhaps letting you live was not such an error after all.
Hey. And now he's bound. He's Superman bound.
Oh, he's bound.
Or he was. Now he's metaphorically
He's
bound.
unbound. I like
He's
it.
unbound
Here
in
he
the
is.
little,
Yeah.
you know.
In Kandor.
Ooh.
But he is bound by Kandor.
Yeah. Damn. Lucky we got Kara on Earth, I guess.
You still got that watch Superman gave you?
But I don't think it...
Can't hurt to give it a shot.
Whoa.
Miss Lane, if Superman were around, he'd have responded to that hijacked freighter the other day.
Ow.
What is that noise?
Oh, sorry. You meant to call her?
Keep this between us, okay?
Sure.
Smitten Olsen.
I'm using this a lot more.
I'm guessing Superman didn't tell you, but it's okay to talk to me. I know about him being Clark. I'm his girlfriend.
Hey.
He didn't tell me.
Yeah, well, that's Clark. It took him a year to tell his folks. So here's the thing. I think you've been avoiding Metropolis. So what do you know that we don't? And what does it have to do with Superman?
Whoa.
Get out of Metropolis. Stay with the Kents in Smallville, somewhere he can find you after.
Yes.
Remember that thing that fell from space just before he went away? It was a probe.
There's a lot more of them on the way.
And he's gone to find whoever sent it?
Brainiac.
Because otherwise this Brainiac will come here.
And Metropolis is just the kind of city he'll take.
Ah, she ain't leaving.
Cal's out there trying to stop him.
Well, you don't sound very confident.
If Cal fails, there's nothing I'd be able to do.
So you're not even gonna try?
Oh no.
I'm not saying it's right. I just lived through it once already, and I can't do it again.
But you got powers here.
Yeah, the trauma of losing your whole planet when you were old enough to remember it. That's why I love the nature-nurture of the two of them.
I know I'm not supposed to show it.
Kara, it's okay.
This is a lovely scene.
A red sun. I don't have much time. What's the closest way to the edge of the city?
We don't go near the edge of the city.
Just pick any direction and walk.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Dispatching sentries.
Ooh.
Dispatching sentries.
Spooky.
Citizens, your conversation has become subversive. Please modulate accordingly.
The new one doesn't know.
Modulate this.
Talk to me this time.
Whoa.
No powers, Clark.
Retrieving sentries.
Get that grill mark
That was
on Clark.
enough.
I need to get out of here while I still can.
I'm sorry, there's no escaping. Eventually we accepted, and so will you.
Tunnel out.
Well, you had to have been children when it happened.
No one ages here. We've all been the same age since we were captured.
Whoa.
It's over 30 years ago.
Oh no, boy.
Guy's got a PhD now.
How is Krypton? We feared it was destroyed.
It was.
Then the arrivals from Argo City were right.
Arrivals from Argo City?
Ooh.
They appeared the same way you did, a short time after Brainiac took Kandor.
I love the time distortion.
Was there a couple with them named Zor-El and Allura?
Hey.
Great Rao. He looks just like his father.
Great row.
We were studying Brainiac's probes for information on him, adapting our technology so we could find him and fight him. We think by doing so, we attracted him back. He watches us constantly.
Hey.
This conversation right now is subversive. I think it's a bug in his programming, that cyborg core inside him. It wants to know everything there is to know in the galaxy.
And you keep updating your knowledge.
But that's impossible. Worlds are living things. Their knowledge is always growing and changing.
So he's trying to end.
So he has to stop them, turn them into these fake versions instead. You can't control a living thing without destroying what's alive about it.
Ooh, bars.
Brainiac, such a cool villain.
Yeah.
Brainiac is headed for Earth.
Kara's in danger.
We would do anything. We have no tools, no way to escape.
Maybe we can use his own tools against him.
Let's go. Let's come up with some bogus knowledge.
Hey, Brainiac! I've still got some punch left in me!
Hey, he does.
Still charged up from that yellow sun.
Oh, do you bleed?
You will.
Oh, Soup. God damn.
He wants the robots to come.
Yeah, bust the whole thing up.
Citizen, your behavior has become subversive.
Just a little bit.
Cease your activity at once before we are forced.
Oh, damn.
Subvert that.
Fist through the face.
I'll be back for you. I promise.
Very smart. Cool. Get that sun juice. He's in sleep mode.
Processing, lots of data.
Yeah, he's sinking overnight.
Hey, ugly!
Bonk. Bonk. Pull some of them tubes out. Oh my god.
This won't hold you forever. Just needs to hold you long enough.
You underestimate me.
Whoa.
Your new world will be mine, just like your old world is. I am everything. You are nothing but fists.
This voice performance is great.
Yeah. I love how calm and controlled it is, but menacing. No
Yeah.
emotion.
The engine room.
Oh.
Love the DP on this.
Yeah. Nice. Woo-hoo. Punch it.
Super zoom.
Yes.
I always love the caterpillar design, like the setup.
The chrysalis.
Yeah.
Ooh. And too, like there are a lot of cyborgs and stuff, but like this living machine quality is very cool, very striking.
And the snake sound design and imagery, and like it's almost insectoid, which makes it
Yeah.
unnerving.
Yeah, it makes it like, even though he's part machine, it also drives home the organic.
Cal? Did you find him?
I found them.
I disabled him for now. Marooned his ship. His ship had thousands of cities on it. Millions of lives. They all need to be freed and found new planets to live on.
That's some Doctor Who shit.
Quite the bit of work.
They're alive!
Kara, your parents are in there too.
Hey.
I know a habitable planet with a red sun like Krypton's. You and I'll take them there.
After this.
Yeah.
Something's happening in Metropolis.
I love that they just have a bunch of crystals for their video switchboard.
That's how it operates, Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, of course.
It's happening here. It's happening again.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
And humans are fragile.
I like clipped audio at the end. Whoa! Yeah, these embellishments are cool.
And the sound design's great.
I didn't see that coming.
Not Lombard's mustache.
No. Save Lombard.
He's not redundant.
Butthead. Whoa. Wois. Hey, my man.
We have to go.
I can't.
If you run, he'll never stop. This is your chance to fight back.
Yeah.
We can beat him.
Together.
Show him the fear he showed you.
Woo!
Let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Target beeping. Yeah, these like distorted sounds they make each time. Whoa!
And adding the electronic into the score, like it's edge to it.
Whoa! Fun.
That was a cool shot.
Whoa!
Spined another one.
Yeah.
All these slow-mos are cool.
Superman's been playing Mortal Kombat.
The anime influence, like my adventures with.
Yeah, totally.
The background and like foreground and then slow-mo.
And like very splash pagey.
Yeah. Love that. Woo.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
Ooh! Damn, that got me.
Yeah, I noticed. He's getting optic blasted. Yeah.
Let's go. Crushing a head looks satisfying.
It does. It seems pleasant.
I need to sample that noise.
We'll put it in our next live stream.
Every time someone super chats to play it.
Wow. That's the Chris Wham-off sound.
That's the wham-off? Whoa.
Cool.
No!
Not the beep. That was a really cool visual.
Which power haven't you considered?
Try everything.
Spin it around really fast.
Oh.
Oh.
What a visual. Oh.
Dang.
On the other side.
That was a really cool way to start that POV.
Yeah.
Tell me this was part of your plan, Soups. Oh, nice shot.
That was so good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
Whoa. I want to eat your brains and gain your knowledge.
I have been claiming worlds for centuries before you were born. You thought it would help you to disconnect me from my ship.
Uh-oh.
This ship is me, constructed around me, an extension of me.
I am a god.
Earth. Forget Earth. It was unexceptional.
Wow.
It had nothing to offer me.
Say that to my face. Ooh.
Ooh. Kara.
Come on, Kara. Come on, Kara.
The other Kryptonian I will keep. I'll need at least one.
And
you may not survive.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like he's mostly in here, but his presence is so foreboding. His power is so far-reaching.
So omnipresent.
Good. Fight it. I need your brain to function long enough to tell me one more thing. Where you've put Kandor.
Hey, you need that knowledge.
Changing course. For planet's north pole.
Uh-oh.
Your sentimental attachment is grotesque. Even you must realize how worthless they are. Such a savage world.
This is a mean watcher.
Its scientific achievements paltry. Its weapons unimpressive.
Is that Jeffrey Wright? Ah, Lois! Lois!
Amazing.
What could Earth have possibly offered you?
Something you wouldn't know anything about. It's my home.
Yeah.
It gives me strength.
Ooh. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Kicking ass. Whoa. That looked like it hurts.
Great sound design.
Yeah. Damn.
Is this his ship? We're inside Brainiac's.
Kryptonian trash, you have already failed.
Fun. Let's go at 209.
Soon I will have Kandor, and then I will destroy your world with a thought.
You trying to go telepathic?
You are nothing. A specimen to dissect. A genus to analyze.
Plughead. I was gonna say I forgot to put the hair in. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. 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 That velocity. Come on.
All that super speed.
Plug it back into you.
Yeah.
Plug you back into yourself. Make a feedback loop.
All that knowledge.
Initiating solar aggressor.
Solar aggressor?
Ooh.
Love that right out the eyeball.
That's a missile. It's headed for the sun. If it gets there, Earth will be destroyed, and Kandor with it.
It's the reverse sunshine.
On it.
I will forego Kandor. I have Krypton's knowledge.
Uh-oh.
And for a specimen, you will do.
I will settle for you. Whoa.
I figured you out, you know.
You can almost feel the issue. Like, it's cool how they have like cliffhanger built-in moments.
You never leave this ship.
There is no need. Everything I require is here.
Yeah, but what's outside?
My uncle was right. You've got a bug.
Very well, Kryptonian.
That's the knowledge he needs. Zed, we have a bug.
Ooh. Cool.
Nice. Just plummeting. Oh. God, these punches crack like lightning.
This is very Dragon Ball Z and anime.
Yeah, totally.
Piccolo versus Goku. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I was about to say Piccolo versus Goku. I don't even know that much about Dragon Ball, but I can see that in my head. Yeah.
I saw it when I was inside Kandor.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Beautiful setting.
I saw it when you were downloading your worlds into my head. You don't really know these worlds. You only know your safe, bottled versions of them.
Yeah, you only have one cross-section of each.
You have data, scientific knowledge, but you have no real sense of life.
You got no street smarts, man.
That. You hear it? It's a highway 50 miles from here.
Oh.
You see it all?
The heartbeat.
Something, ain't it?
And the carrion sound of the flies.
All this activity, all this chaos. How do you block it out?
Right, though? Right, bro? That's what I'm saying.
I learned to live with it. But you can't, can you? You can't face things you can't control.
You need mindfulness.
Headspace for your big Brainiac.
Yeah. Ooh! Swamp Thing.
All that need to control everything, to know everything, your giant brain can't take it.
Yeah. Not such a big brain now. Damn. Damn. Oh! Oh! Come out. You got this. Come on. Hey, very smart. Woo! Oh! Woo! Come on! Come on!
And all charged up from the sun.
Damn. Oh no. E-God plane. Ah! Jesus. Gonna explode? Ooh. Freaky. Whoa. He's literally having a meltdown. He's literally melting down.
Organic and computer overload.
Bonkers. And that choice of like slow motion, slow frame rate, like crazy.
The sound mix and the glowing, the fire on him letting him go.
Like there are a lot of things to appreciate in a lot of these animated movies, but there's some like really fun cinematic flourishes.
This one's definitely one of the more cinematic ones.
Whoa. Crumbling to dust. Cool.
Welcome to Earth.
Hey! Superman's an Independence Day fan.
That's right. Big old fan.
And he got the mother box. Whoa. Whoa.
Good thing I had that handy little pole lever.
Rehydrate a pizza.
There it is, full size.
Oh my God.
Hope it was centered, Clark.
What a surreal concept. I would so love to see that happen in live action.
Some drops of water, and here we are.
Plant the seeds of a city.
Ooh, little new Krypton.
Let's go under the light of the red sun. Oh, gang. And then they all age immediately.
Oh, yeah, that's so terrifying. And dies.
Aw, such a strong chin, that man.
Matt Bomer doing the work.
Who is that old-timey reporter lady? We've seen a couple times. Whoa, take this glow stick IV.
Yeah, this gamma-radiated man. It's Geiger.
Yeah,
before Jeff Johns and Gary Frank even knew. Oh, he just made it Facebook official. Tell you what.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh.
I thought I'd lost you.
I was here the whole time.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Lois likes Clark. Lois likes Clark.
It's okay. You were right.
Let's give him a show.
I thought I wanted a world where I could always keep you safe.
And you don't want that anymore? Because right now I could use a little safety.
Aww.
Aww. Both of them putting their guards down a little bit.
I don't ever want to stop you from being you.
Aww.
You know you're rambling.
We'll never keep you from an open door.
So, what do you want?
Escalation.
My man.
Marry me.
Is that a stone from the fortress? Just chunked one off. Wow. Ending on a marry me. Let's go, Superman.
That was fantastic.
Let's go, Superman.
Yeah.
Not bad, gang.
I got a hot take.
Let's hear it, Coitus.
I think that is my favorite of the Superman animated, and I think
Diedrich Bader.
It was
Sorry,
Diedrich Bader.
And Francis
and Molly Quinn was
Conroy.
Supergirl.
Let's go. And there's a Melissa Disney in there, too.
I think it's my favorite Superman of the animated, and I think it clears the top 10 of our whole journey, which I now need to re-examine because it's been some years.
Oh.
But I loved that one. The Gary Frank art in the book is astounding. I was curious how it would translate once we pointed out like that's the book it's based off of. Jeff Johns' writing translates. He adapts a lot of stuff. Like he was in charge of the DC like adaptation stuff for a little while, so this made sense.
All right, Reject Nation, summer's here in between workouts, filming, traveling. Staying hydrated has never felt more important. I actually get really excited to talk about these guys because I use them every single day. Yes, I've mentioned it in several videos. At the start of this year, I weighed 218 pounds. I basically dropped about 42 pounds thus far starting January 25th. And if there's one thing I've learned during this entire fitness journey, proper hydration makes a huge difference in how you feel and how you perform. It really does matter. And my go-to is the sponsor, Liquid IV. I'm just a very fortunate guy who gets to work with brands that I had already been using. A lot of my diet consists of a lot of no sugar added, and this is their sugar-free hydration multiplier. It's been great. My go-to is the raspberry lemonade. I've also tried their Arctic raspberry, and that thing is clean, refreshing, no fake aftertaste. There are definitely moments where I'm hit with fatigue or that midday slump. I think you guys all know how that feels. And genuinely, a lot of the time, a hydration boost like this does more to turn my energy and mood around more than a caffeine or some stimulant. 1 stick, 16 ounces of water. It hydrates better than water alone. Sometimes I mix it with my protein shakes as well. They're powered by LIV Hydra Science, which is the ultimate fancy way of saying it's a precise mix of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and nutrients. You get 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink and 8 essential vitamins, all in a non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, soy-free formula. So whether I'm post-workout, mid-shoot, or just running errands at a 90-degree heat in Los Angeles, this bad boy keeps me going. So no matter what summer brings, tear, pour, live more. You can go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code REJECTS at checkout. That's 20% off with code REJECTS at liquidiv.com. Thank you again, Liquid IV, for sponsoring this video and making my day-to-day so much better.
But yeah, before we get into the review, we've got some questions.
I believe we do.
I know that's new, so I want to make sure I don't miss that. Oh, post-credit.
Stay tuned. Oh, no.
Foreboding.
Did Superman keep one of the worlds for himself? Oh, no. You brought back bits?
You don't bring back bits. You don't bring back bits.
Oh, no. No. That's such a cool image, though. It's just like a little face.
Oh, Brainiac be Brainiacing.
Oh. Brainiac lives. Wow.
That was way cool.
That was. Congrats, MOI Animation Studios.
I gotta show you immediately the Gary Frank piece of art I always share. Literally, there's an image in this that is what I share for Brainiac. When I talk, I've got a whole Brainiac movie pitch. I'm not gonna say it here so no one steals it.
Pitch it, Coy. No more review, just pitch. Whoa!
How great is that art? And how cool was that adaptation of it?
It looks like Superman is like meeting a Cenobite. Like, that's so cool.
So this is that book. And like that's
send me that picture so I can flash it on screen.
So that's the comic you can look for.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the image I always share. But like they did such a good job adapting this.
Yeah, that's super cool looking.
So yeah, I'll send you those two. We can put them on screen. But yeah, I highly recommend the Jeff Johns Gary Frank.
I'm excited to read it. I'm gonna run out to the comic book store after this.
Local comic shop.
See if they happen to have one just on hand.
Sometimes it happens. And if they don't, and I always say it's for a local comic shop. If they don't, the DC Universe Infinite app, DCUI, is the online DC comic catalog full of so many amazing comics.
Okay.
But comic store first, and then there's the backup. Support your local comic shop.
Wow, dude. These are so cool.
Yeah, this is one of the great like duo artist-writer combos. This story is fantastic, and they adapted it very well.
All right.
What do we got?
Bookmark all them pics.
Sending it to them right now. I'm not just texting.
Bitchin'. All right, gang. So, as stated before, we're going to answer some questions regarding this film from the patrons, and then we're going to hop into our comprehensive review and thoughts. Just got the text. Coy is not a liar.
Truth.
All right. Sci-fi extremist. Thanks for contributing an inquiry. Let's see if we're brainiacs enough to have an answer for you. What's a DC Comics storyline or arc that you'd love to see get an animated adaptation, specifically an animated adaptation?
Specifically animated. I want to see this live action. Specifically animated, I would love to see Superboy and Knockout in Hawaii.
Oh.
That's a little arc that got me into Superboy in a big way. I would love to see. Oh no, I take it back. I got two.
Okay.
I want to see Kyle Rayner Green Lantern and his whole journey of becoming Green Lantern.
Fun.
And I think his power, like the willpower of the Green Lantern's essential, like that's the whole thing. But he's the most creative Green Lantern because he's an artist. So his fabrications are always like extra like interesting versus just like punches and weapons. So I think that'd be fun for animation to like make it, that lean into the creativity. So I'm gonna go Kyle Rayner, his origin and some of his early stuff.
Okay, Kyle Rayner. I see you out here riding for the less recognizable supers. I know you're also a big Ben Reilly fan.
I gotta earn my street cred.
So not bad. Okay. I mean, you guys know me. Obviously, it's going to be something like Man Spider or Man Bat, but I will say if I'm thinking of a comic book that I have read or a graphic novel that I would love to see translated into an animated film, I think it would be really cool to see one based on Thrill Killer.
Oh.
That sort of like Elseworlds-y Art Deco, like noir story where the Joker's like this woman who heads up a nightclub and stuff like that. And yeah, like I'm a real big fan of like, aesthetics crash together in comic books that, like obviously jump into like cinematic terrain and borrow from stuff like that. And I just remember, again, I'm a sucker for like interesting art. And that book also has a lot of interesting art. So yeah,
I like that question, Sci-Fi Extremist.
That's probably what I would choose off the dome, Mr. Extreme. But thanks for contributing. And hey, gang, if you're playing along at home, if you're watching this video and you're still here paying attention, leave your ideal animated adaptation down in the comics. Because comments and in the go pick up a comic and leave a comment on the comics. But two, like if you brought that art style to, again, in our previous Superman video, I called out like those Marvel's comics, those like old, again, like 50s style, like very like painted looking comics, or Serious House on Serious Earth, the Arkham Asylum book. Like,
I love Arkham.
Yeah, books that have like a really crazy, wild art style, I would love to see made
in that art style,
into a moving thing. But I feel like if you gave me the budget right now for one, as much as I would love to say like, oh yeah, make Arkham or whatever, I'm like, I think Thrill Killer would be the one I would greenlight first.
All right.
But that's just where I'm starting out. Let's see who's else. We got DJ Kento. Thank you for chiming in and taking an interest. It's a two-part question.
Oh.
So part one, who has the better hideout now? Superman with his menagerie of creatures in the fucking Titanic, fully recovered and restored from the bottom of the ocean, or Batman with his giant penny and T-Rex?
Gotta go Batman always.
Superman has a Titanic? When did this happen?
Fairly recently in the grand scale of 70 years.
What is the purpose of it? Or does he just
it's using...
Is he the James Cameron of superheroes?
He's like, I'm really at a soft spot for this. Yeah. Also the menagerie of all the creatures and stuff. But to me, Batman having the coin and all the costumes and like, there's something really interesting about the psychology of Batman taking like totems. Like there's something interesting about like
claiming prizes from his
I've also kind of seen it as Batman's innocence lost. Like when he was a kid, he never got the chance to collect because he was so busy learning. So now as an adult he collects, and it's like those are like totems of adulthood, so they're like more sophisticated, but it is the same as a kid collecting stuff. So instead of like a coin collection, it's a giant penny. Instead of dinosaurs, it's a full skeleton. So I've always seen that as like Batman's psychology externalized.
I mean, Batman, the Batcave et al. Is really hard to beat. And,
just of anything.
In true Gemini fashion, partly I'm like, it just, one for each mood. If I'm like, if I want to hunker down and get dank and like, mess with some cool gadgets, I'm going to the Batcave. If I need some solitude and I need to kind of be in that pristine, crystalline aesthetic, if I need to bring myself up that way and sort of center myself, I would go to the Fortress of Solitude. I guess just for contrast, I'm going to say Fortress of Solitude so that we have different answers.
Fair.
But Menagerie of Creatures, the thing is, like, I mostly know the Fortress of Solitude from the glimpses we've gotten in these movies and the glimpses we've gotten in the... Wow! What?
There it is.
I want to deep dive on this.
Read All-Star Superman first.
All right.
And that's one you should read before the movie.
I am actually, I've got my copy.
Titanic.
So, yeah, okay.
You'll see.
I
say Batcave.
His menagerie of creatures? He's got a lot of creatures?
They're in the way that Kandor is, you'll see.
Okay.
But like it's a similar vein to the Kandor thing.
Okay. All right. Depending on the day, Fortress of Solitude, but I think we're both in
I'm a Batcave
I think
boy.
we're both truly in the Batcave.
I bet Batcave's got great speakers too.
Probably. Oh my God, he's got tweeters and subwoofers in
Kefs
every
bigger than mine.
dark corner, every shadowy corner you can't see
Speaker.
into. Speaker.
Wop wop wop
Yeah.
wop. Yeah.
Yeah, he brings Alfred down there every few weeks. Like,
There's
check out
rave.
this new record I got. Listen to the bass. Danny Elfman. Follow-up question. What are your thoughts on the very alien, very brilliant version of Superman we see here? He's not the big, dumb blue Boy Scout here. He's kind of a genius.
In this?
I assume in this. That's what I'm getting.
I love that he thinks outside the box. I really like the way he fights is tactical. I really enjoy that it's being a very world aware. I mean, I've always loved that the difficult part about being Superman is you're always hearing everything. It's choosing your battles. Like someone's always in peril. You can't save everyone, and he wants to do just that. So the constant overwhelm of those powers and weaponizing that I love. So yeah, tactician and all that stuff here is fantastic. I dig this Superman. I thought this was a fantastic take.
Yeah, I mean, I really like a lot of the takes that we've seen on the character through these animated movies, especially. This one I really liked a lot, partly because there's stuff about him that feels a little... I like the endearing, sort of clumsy Clark Kent. And yeah, I like the dichotomy of that. This one, there's a little less aw shucksness to Clark. Like, Clark seems pretty competent, and there's something about the way they tempered Clark, Superman et al. Here that was like a nice middle ground. He told Brainiac to go to hell, which I feel like not every version of Superman would do.
That I agree with.
And I feel like that's a choice that could easily ring sour.
Sure.
And I kind of bought it here. And yeah, I feel like this, it's funny, going off last week where we had, the interrogation of like, what is Superman for a modern era? Like watching this just felt like I was beholding the characterization of a Superman begat by a modern era.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's trying to fit into today. It just is today.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's trying to subvert or shun the classic tenets of the character, but it's also doing something a little more mature or a little bit more, sharp in terms of the detective and the out-of-the-box thinking side of things, which I'm sure there's a lot of to Superman anyway. Superman is also clever. But I really like the characterization here, and I thought it was a nice middle ground because there's still like a couple lovely beats with Ma and Pa Kent. I really liked his back and forth with Lois. It's not full on like edgelord Superman, but I feel like people who want an edgier Superman and people who
This
like
applies.
a classic Superman could both get into this.
2008, the comic came out.
Okay.
The original comic, and then this.
Yeah.
I think this adaptation is from 2013.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're exactly right. Like it's applicable, but not too edgy, but it does suit both fandoms.
Yeah, and without having to be I like a commentary, I like a deconstruction, but we don't always have to do that.
We have to construct sometimes to deconstruct.
Yeah, totally.
To talk about the actual film itself. Now that we're through the questions, we've already started a bit, but I
Thanks
really
to Prepper for cutting down these highlights once again. Sorry, and then we'll go, and then also RejectNationShop.com. If you want some cool teas and all that good stuff, leave us a rating on Spotify, leave a like on the video, subscribe, click the notification bell for more, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Review.
Superman. Superman Unbound. I think this is my favorite Superman animated because I really think my love of the comic, I haven't read it since probably 2008, 2009. I don't know if I picked it up weekly back then or if I picked it up like when it was done. I don't remember when I read it, but I know I haven't read it recently. And I remember loving the art, and I remember learning about Geiger and not putting together that it was Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. I didn't know Gary Frank by name in 2008. I'm really good with artists now, and I was really good with a lot of artists then, but I didn't know Gary Frank then, so I didn't go, oh, a Gary Frank work. And I remember thinking, like, this art is so good, and not knowing the person's name. So then when Geiger came out, looking into the duo, and I was like, wait, that comic that I liked, the Brainiac one. So that all came pieced together in the last like 3 years, and then seeing this was cool because I wasn't sure this would be a 1-to-1. And obviously a few things change here and there, but it was really cool to revisit this now. I can't wait to reread it again. I love how much lore it covers with like the Lois and Clark story, and like, they're trying to fit in each other's lives in the right way that supports each other. I love how much it has the Daily Planet staff as important supporting characters. I love how much Kara is like the young, new to Metropolis Kara. It definitely is the Michael Turner outfit. It reminds me also of like the nature nurture of them too. I talk all the time about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I love in that comic, it shows the difference between why Superman is the wholesome one and she has rougher edges. And this did that in a really great way without sacrificing that she's still good. And I like that she was still able to be afraid while still being strong. And I think they did a great job with Lois and Supergirl here. And those are two characters that are often written poorly. I also think Lombard was spectacular.
My
here.
man!
Lombard, I'm glad you got introduced. And
Lombard
Beck Bennett's going to crush, dude.
Dude. Oh my God. He's going to be, that's going to be fun.
We
That's gonna be fun.
interviewed him and it was so funny because like we were pronouncing Lombard and I was like, I think it's Lombard. Like we were back and forth pronouncing on camera Lombard to Lombard. Because it's like in writing, you don't hear it a lot. In the animation, like sometimes they have different pronunciations, but just Beck talking about his mustache, I was like, correct.
I was going to say, how many iterations are there of Lombards?
I mean, the animation.
Or is that is he pretty much always that guy?
Oh, he's that guy.
Okay.
But I don't see him in animation nearly as much as I'd like to. And what's cool is Kat Grant in here, kind of two sides of a similar coin of she's the gossip columnist that plays her dumbness up when she's actually smart.
Sure.
And so people.
Was she the Daphne looking one, I assume?
So she gets, she didn't really get a moment, but
really
she's
get to talk, but
she is usually blonde, but I think in this one they made her that. But they basically, she'll use people thinking less of her as her strength. Whereas he's the inverse, where he thinks he's smart and he's dumb. Yeah. So those two were really fun at the Daily Planet, and like this used one of them really well to build out the planet. I think.
Yeah, totally. And I like when they take the time for those additional characters and stuff like that, and when they make, I don't know, it seems like a hokey thing maybe to say now, but when you get those things are like classic comic books to me. Is sort of like you have the ensemble of like, here are the people at the I feel like it's easier in this day and age and in movies to be like, we don't need to spend time at the Daily Planet very much. We don't need to spend time with the Kents very much.
We wouldn't have the Murtaughs if they made Lethal Weapon today. Like the whole Murtaugh family.
Sure.
You've seen them
Do
now?
we get a deep no?
Oh,
Do we
that's
get a deep dive into the family life of
every Lethal
Murtaugh?
Weapon has 20 to 30 minutes of just Danny Glover's family.
Let's go.
And the cast stays throughout 4 films. So even the smallest supporting character we see grow up over 15, 20 years. And you're so connected to this family.
So cool.
And that's the point of the movie is it's about like found family and you actually get to know that family.
Yeah.
And like there's like stickers and magnets on the fridge that affect the next storyline. Like there's world building about a family that isn't our leads. Now, Danny Glover's obviously the lead with Riggs, but like that group, they don't have to focus on that and they do.
Yeah. No,
and this feels like that.
And that stuff goes a long way. And two, in a superhero environment, I always feel like, doing a couple things to help the people down on the streets. And like spending time, if it's a Superman story or a Spider-Man story, at the paper.
Yeah.
Like that stuff helps to build out the whole conversation that superhero stuff, I think, is always kind of involved in. And two, it's just the kind of the classics, the vibe. Perry White, Jimmy Pants.
Jimmy Pants.
But
a young Joe Pantoliano.
Yes, if only, man. If we can only get a baby Joey Pants
Is he acting young? I feel like he's like Morgan Freeman.
I wonder.
I think he's been 45 since I've known him. And then in Last of Us now he's 60, but it took a while.
Part of me was like, cast him as Jimmy Olsen now and pretend and just never acknowledge that he's not like a fresh-faced kid.
Joey Pants.
Just make it hello, fellow children. This was really, really fun though. And this had a really nice blend to me of modern sensibility mixed with some classic iconography and some classic ideas combined with a really cool sci-fi edge. Been reading some like 80s paperback sci-fi novels lately, and I'm generally like kind of enamored with that aesthetic, the various sort of retro futuristic types of art that certainly have been alive in comics. And here, like seeing what is the Kryptonian city called?
Kandor.
Kandor. Like seeing Kandor and seeing even glimpses at the other cities that he's plucked up and everything. Just like a really fun design sense. I really loved, again, the translation, as you've showed me, of the artwork into this, not live action, but moving medium. And two, as like we've probably seen something along the road where Brainiac is factored in somehow, but I feel like this is my kind of first major Brainiac experience.
I will tell you my theatrical pitch off camera.
Okay, all right. I'm excited because this was really fun, and Brainiac, at least as of this story, is a great villain to give you. You have the hordes of his like skeleton Terminator robots that are scary and give you means to have cool action, but like as a presence and as a motivation. Brainiac was really cool and gripping, and I was always drawn in by his lair, and the fact that when you're in the lair, it's like he's in total control, and everything Superman is trying, no matter how confident he is, seems to only work for a minute if it works at all. And bringing it down to this idea that, you have all this knowledge that you've acquired from these specific slices of worlds that you've then removed from their natural environment. You've made them unnatural now by doing what you're doing. And you've left this sort of gaping hole in your knowledge, which is the nuance of experience. And when he brings him down into the swamp, and it's like the buzzing and the car horn and the kids playing, and just everything is getting louder and louder, and he's experiencing life for the first time.
That's what life is. It's chaos.
And becoming engulfed in this mud, like literally being engulfed by the natural world and then shorting out due to that. And instead of Superman's brain being scrambled by the weight of 1,000 worlds being pumped through it, it's just the sensory experience of one world brings this guy to his knees.
The goal,
it's the thing he said to him. Even one world would sludgeify your mind, just turn your mind to sludge.
Did it?
And and two, like balancing that stuff with the Kara story. I really liked her struggle, her motivation. Like I bought both. I think it was really smart to do who's saving the day at the top of this? It's Kara. She's coming to save Lois. Cool action with the helicopters and stuff. And then, after that, we get the stakes heightener of her going, I know who's coming, and this is really bad, and I don't want any part of this. And I believed, like you said, her attitude is different, and her sensibility is certainly not Clark's, not Superman's. But she's the kind of character that can be written in a fashion that is annoying, and I was always in her perspective. I was always sympathizing with her. I really liked the characterization here. And the fact that Lois, in that moment, after being you can't just run away from this, she takes the time to be like, you know what? I can't even imagine how terrifying and horrible that was. And you have every right to feel the way that you do. And I'm not going to chastise you right now for not just jumping into the fight.
They did that really good job with everyone's arcs, I think. Having Superman, the reason he realized how much he needed Lois to feel protected but also not smother her, and using a planetary scale. Lois realizing that Clark needs to protect her, but also she needs to be able to be her own woman, and how her independence is important to her, but they have to play each other's levels. Kara being afraid of something and using that as animosity, but then finding a softness in it and using her fear and not letting fear rule her. Everyone's arc here was really solid, and it never betrayed the character. And I also want to give flowers to the directing, which was so captivating and interesting. There were so many. John jumped 6 times.
I did. It was really effective.
So
and the directing
foreground,
combined
background,
with the sound.
And the sound design we both clocked a few times.
Yeah.
So the score, the sound design, and the directing, all the stuff that makes it different than a comic. You know what I mean? I love the comic story. It's already there. But the things that elevate this into this medium and change it from that medium, they did a really good job. That medium has strengths. This medium has strengths. They use the strengths of animation really well here.
Did you catch what year this movie came
2012 or 2013.
Because it also struck me that there's a lot of different approaches to animation over time, and I'm wondering where we are in terms of animation just as a medium technologically.
2013 is 12 years ago.
Because
this one looked a lot nicer than some.
This looked
had
a
lot layers and felt lived in.
This looked a lot more classically animated to me because again, it's it had all those backgrounds that looked like great old, great plate pastel drawings or watercolors or things that felt tangible, and then you have this sort of classic animated movie looking quality of the characters with the occasional use of CGI for a big ship or a helicopter perspective shot or whatever. And it was nice just as an animation fan to, there are a lot of these movies that I've really loved and enjoyed, and some have more detailed, richer art than others. And I feel like this movie made a few choices that were pretty interesting in terms of doing slow frame rate or, just having these environments that you could take the characters out of and just hang up on a wall as a picture.
This came out the year after the last one we watched.
I was gonna say, so this is
2012 was that one, and then this one. Oh, Superman Elite.
So you said this one, Superman Unbound, is one of your
top 10,
one of the top 10 of the DC
I liked
animated.
Versus the Elite, but I wouldn't put it in top 10. It was good. It's
middle 10 or bottom 10.
Low middle 10.
Low middle 10. Okay.
We've watched a lot.
We have watched a lot.
But what's crazy is on Letterboxd, Unbound has a 3.0 and Versus the Elite has a 3.5.
Wow.
So people like the other one quite a substantial amount more.
I mean, Versus the Elite is certainly, like, I think a very striking conversation about the concept of Superman, which is very striking, which, like...
Guess I just love me some Brainiac.
Well, that's the thing, though, is, like, I'm sitting here going, like, on the one hand, I would rank Superman Versus the Elite in hindsight of all of a week, you know, like, pretty highly, because I liked what it was doing, and especially at the here and now, I was like, oh, wow, this is, like, the conversation to have, especially in the current climate, but also this felt like I don't know, they're like two halves of a two sides of a coin. You know?
They're very different.
This
while
one
still
is
being
very
true to
much
Superman.
Yeah, the conversation outside of Elite is very much the conversation outside of Superman, encompassed within Superman, and then this felt like it was completely contained to the world.
Yeah,
it wasn't really like doing meta or breaking the walls or anything like that, but it was doing like a really interesting story about the nature of knowledge and experience, among other things,
which is so Superman to me. And I get the Truth, Justice, the Better Tomorrow of the last one, but I feel like this is a harder story to tell, or a less told story.
No, I love this, and like, and as a story again contained to the world and not asking the outer probing questions. Like, you don't always have to do that, and I thought what this did inside the world was like super gripping and striking, and in a way, I appreciate that. In some ways more, because it's just the thing being the thing,
right?
If that makes sense. So like this, just felt like a Superman Brainiac story being a Superman Brainiac story, and communicating to me, the noob, sort of what that can be. And now I'm excited to see another Brainiac story, because this was really
I love him.
Striking, and I loved, like there are elements where you can go like, oh, it's kind of like Galactus, or like, you know, kind of reminiscent of like, oh, there's the silver shiny harbinger for the big planet-eating dude, but, you know, in different ways. And then the theme of the character, who the actual character is, the characterization was fun and striking, and I bought the game of wits between them just as much as all the physical stuff.
And I liked that both were important. Like, they let the fighting be dynamic, and they let the game of wits be dynamic. What's it called? We've watched 33 before our break. Now 2. We've watched 35.
35.
That's what I was checking up on.
Not bad.
Not too shabby. Well, we don't want this review to be as long as the movie. And that's easy to do. We're approaching it now.
Yep.
But yeah, we've watched 35 of these now. I would put this one in my top 10, I believe. So
this
upper
is a
third
top
for me.
10er, I would say.
Yeah. And that it didn't even have John Constantine in it. And that's a lot of my top 10.
You know,
I love me some Constantine.
We love the Constantine.
And the Batman versus Turtles.
Oh, so Batman eats pizza.
Oh man,
Batman eats pizza.
that still a peak. And then X-Men 97, he went on to do that.
X-Men 97.
That is going to do it for this Superman Unbound experience. Please leave a comment below. We're back in this journey. We've watched 35 of these very many DC animated films, so let us know in the comments below.
50. 100 of them.
100 of them.
Maybe we'll do the animated series.
I think at 50 we should re-rank them.
Let's do it. I'm going to have to do some revisiting.
I'm going to have to, because I think we did it at 30.
Yeah.
And I think 40 might be too soon, but 50.
50, dude. 50 is a nice round number.
So send us some comments in the below and let us know what you want us to watch. We'll see you next week, most likely, for more of this. We'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day for more goodness just in general on Reject. What do we got this week?
We got, oh, goodness. What do we got this week?
It's June.
That's coming out, that's dropping?
Yeah.
You want to reveal the drop schedule?
I was going to tease people that waited to 2 hours into an hour-long movie. I was giving them a little gift.
Let me pull up.
Just say one thing. Don't give too much.
Grid here. Let me pull up the grid.
I tell you what, you guys at the end get a secret.
All right.
All
right.
You get one drop.
I mean, I know there's probably going to be a Final Destination movie going up this week.
Like 4.
Probably part 4 as you're seeing this, as
the
crow flies.
You get one more.
Let's see. How do I check this from the phone?
Maybe you don't. Maybe you just get Final Destination 4.
Coy.
I was just trying to alley-oop other videos doing well.
We're getting there.
What do we got?
Hold on.
Guys, the watch time on this
is going to be
enormous.
an incredible watch time.
You guys are loving the stalling on the phone. How much you watched it.
Hold on. I have one solution to this. We're gonna go on to my computer really quick.
Well, we're gonna trim this part down.
We're gonna give
No, it
all
stays.
this stays.
It all stays.
We're giving the people what they want. We're giving the people a hint at what's to come.
I want one. I think it's fun to be
all right.
This is what. There it is. I see some thumbs.
Get ready for next week.
All right. What is next week? Say you pick which one you want to reveal.
Well, there'll be another Chris Reeve this week for sure.
All right.
For sure.
I mean, that could be enough.
We're doing a couple part 4s this week, if you can put those together.
Tease.
We are doing, if it drops, we might just be doing a recent vampire movie. That might even already be out.
Well, that's the big exclusive you get at the end of this video.
Who knows?
I always like when I watch a channel to know what is coming up, so that's why I thought it'd be fun. So watch those other videos, vaguely
See if
spoiled.
This rings true. Who knows? The schedule could always change.
It's crazy out here in these streets.
Allegedly.
Allegedly next week, this week. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye, all.
David.
My man.
What to say about David? Guy's been here for years now, and he's never left.
He's our surrogate father.
We are, in some ways, it feels that way. You're one of the first people out of people who follow us and support us to like actually drive down and come see us and to hang out with you and actually take you out to lunch. And I get, when I think of you, I think of sitting across from you and watching you listen and finding this, like some people have a surreal experience when they meet like a celebrity, like, oh my God, they're looking at me. Like I had that recently when I was fortunate enough to meet Harrison Ford, thanks to Roxy. And it's kind of that, but not like a celebrity way. It's just, I remember that was that feeling of, you were like, this is someone who like contributes money to us and follows us and has been so kind with his time and messages. And he's sitting across from me right now. And so I have this like surreal emotion associated with it and appreciate you for never leaving us. You have been faithful and unconditional for many years now. So thank you.
And two, I mean, not only are you generous with us and, you know, our interactions directly, but I don't know, like, especially for all the people that I do catch glimpses of just out here in the world, like, I don't know, you're an inspiring guy, you know, you're a bit unassuming, and I remember when we first met thinking, like, oh, does this guy even like us? And yet, you know, you're someone who's quietly out here doing so many different things and being creative with so many of your different interests, and that inspires me to want to just be more creative and to be more of a citizen of whatever group I find myself in, because you are absolutely good at doing that, at being like an actual sort of citizen of this little group that we have built. And, you know, it wouldn't be possible to have built it without folks like you who are, again, so just generous, and also, you know, you have such dedication, I guess I would say. And it's an honor to be subject to that dedication. So thank you.